hold on. So I ain't gotta say nothing now. I'm gonna just hit him like this. So you want to just hit him like this, Larry? You just want me to be like,
yeah, you gotta know how to make a joke out of it. You gotta make a joke out of it because they're gonna believe what they want to believe anyway.
I'm gonna cock it to the side because I got my bandana on.
Yeah, you say whatever you got, whatever you want to say.
You know what I'm saying?
Like it's somebody's business. If you ain't trying to suck my peen or sit on it, it ain't none of your business. Larry,
these women's and everything in between, your non-binaries, your switcheroo, every they still all of them be in my DM like, I don't care what you is, we can still have a good time. I be like, oh
yeah, folks freaking out. They don't even care.
Like, yeah, y'all should have tried to hit me with that years ago. It's 2021. The new generation don't care about none of that no more.
It's like somebody said, bro, just admit that you gay. What you mean admit? And who would have to hide it? In 2021.
I'm not gonna lie. So the past 6 months, I haven't been able to get my mustache the way that I want it. So, you know what I'm saying? I got watermelon lips, you know what I'm saying? So I can't control how my lips sit on my face. I think I look weird without a mustache too. So I don't care about all of that material surface crap. You know, people be like, oh, why you sit? I don't, what? Like, they looking too deep into like surface stuff. Like, I feel that I have a responsibility to take our generation deeper into their emotions and deal with what's really going on.
And you're gonna do that through your music, right?
Through everything.
Okay.
I waited till I was 30 years old to tell people publicly that I'm a producer.
Okay.
Half my brain is sound design. The other half of my brain is cinematography. I deal with lighting. I deal with professional looking work. So, you know, y'all ain't gonna be able to hang around me if y'all work ain't upgrading to where I've worked hard to get my work to look. You know what I'm saying? People want to kick it. But, you know, like, if it take 6 months to make a Ferrari or some of these high-end cars, it only takes 6 weeks to make a Toyota. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot of the women in the comment section right now is talking about how good you look. But let me say this.
Ain't nothing rubbing my back. They just talking.
Let me say this. You are so much like your father. I mean, talking to you.
I'm not, though.
Okay, I get that. But even your jokes, the faces you make, you're just like your father. Look just like him. And it's like you have his talent, but you're on another level of talent. And let me explain what I'm saying. There's a certain kind of mysticism that is on artists who allow themselves to really open up to all of their creativity. And most gospel artists, we don't tap that because we don't know how to open ourselves up like that. And your father is one of the few gospel artists who have. And it's like he has spit out a son who is not afraid to open himself up to all that is in the air and in the world of creativity. And
people been in my business my whole life, Larry. People been in my business since I was born.
Well, you were born in front of the whole world.
I had my own bodyguard when I was 11, 12, 13 years old. Why I'm not protected now? This, how the world is treating me is showing me why I have to protect my son forever. It don't matter how much money I make, because I'm gonna have them M's, baby. Them M's coming. I'm manifesting it all, and y'all better tap in or tap out. I have a responsibility to protect my son, because they gonna try to hang him like y'all trying to hang me. Y'all, I don't care how y'all twist it. Everything I said in them posts, y'all better go through it with a fine-tooth comb. I am learning from all of these experiences right now. And I'm like, wow, like they really trying to come for me knowing my daddy don't rock with me. And it's like, wow. Like people the fake love and the fake stuff I'm seeing on, like the fake leaks I'm seeing, I'm just like, wow, like you don't know me and you're lying. Like what? Like the way people are trying to lower my name, but then also act like they care. And I'm talking about my family. I'm not talking about none of these other people who just like want to chime in and like make comments. That's sad to see. Especially if you ain't came to holler at me for real. Like, don't act like you know me for real. Like, everybody karma is gonna be their own. So I'm not commenting on nobody. I don't care about the Tashas and the Judases, or I don't know what his name is, but you said that dude who did that interview, his name was Judas, right?
Oh, I don't know his real name. It's about the Pascal show.
Yeah, Judas, or was it Peter? Was it Peter or Judas?
Oh, it's about in the Bible.
No, I'm talking about that. It don't matter. Next question.
No, I don't know. You talking about you talking about the CJ guy?
I thought you said Judas.
No, his name is CJ Trajune Williams. CJ Williams.
That's too many names. That's too many names. I'm gonna just call him Judas. That's too many names.
That's the guy that released the recording.
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about that. And, you know, can't nobody play me. Can't nobody play me.
So you have a son?
What?
You said something about my son. You talking prophetically in the future, or you presently have a son?
Larry, you my son. All y'all my son. Everybody in this room my son.
Oh, okay.
I'm daddy now. I'm daddy.
I told you, just like your daddy, he make us all. He our nephew, our uncle, our boy.
I'm not sad enough. I've already dealt with that sadness. So regardless of what I said yesterday, regardless of what I say tomorrow, I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about truth. I don't care about lies. I don't care about illusions. I don't care about opinions. All I care about is like presenting the dopest, most authentic vibration while I'm living. That's all I'm gonna do. You ain't gonna never look at nothing I post and be like, that was fake. It might be wrong, but it ain't fake.
I got you.
You might not think it's right, but I live righteously because God keep blessing me, and you know, I'm good. So when the Taurus tell you they done, it's time to really go back and think about how many times you screwed up. It's time to really think.
No, that's the truth. Now, God, I know that's the truth.
I'm the first one to be like, oh, why you ain't calling, dude? I'm the first one, but when I'm done, you don't exist no more.
I hear you, but I still think you love your family and you want the love of your family.
And guess what? My grandmama told me I can love all of y'all with a long wooden spoon, baby.
I got that.
Because guess what? Everyone, watch this. Here's what God is speaking through me, Larry. Everyone is still not respecting God with how they're acting in the media, because if God is a God of order, like the Bible says, then it doesn't matter what the parents say. It matters what the true matriarch says, and that's the grandmother or the great grandmother. But I never met my great grandmother, so I never got to meet my grandfather either. You know what I'm saying? He died, and I wasn't even allowed to meet him before he died. That's messed up.
Why weren't you?
Because of whatever shame and guilt is still lingering over in that household.
Oh, because of you being born.
It don't matter. Whatever happened since 2006 to where I couldn't be front page with the crew no more. Since I'm now deemed the black sheep. Hey, you know, I keep seeing posts all over the place. The black sheep become the goat. So
now that's true. The black sheep always becomes the goat.
I mean, if everybody else want to curse us and everybody keep praying for my downfall, God gonna be like, everybody keep praying for me to to discipline carry on. So I'm gonna do something different. I feel like that's what God really saying. Like everybody keeps saying that carry on need rehab and carry on need this and that, but I'm gonna give him something else.
Did you see my interview with Denise Clark?
Denise Clark.
Of the Clark sisters, the fifth Clark sister that nobody knew about.
I know about everything that's been going on in the gospel world since I was a baby.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I've done an interview with her about 2 years ago, and she was deemed the black sheep. What if you would say your truth, if you can narrow it down to a couple of sentences, what is Carry On's truth about being a Franklin?
What is the truth about being a Franklin?
What is your truth of being a Franklin, the eldest of all of Kirk Franklin's children?
I'm a hair away from changing my last name. That's what I can say. That's my truth. I'm one pen signage away from changing my last name. I just don't think it matters that much. It's like it's in the back of my head, but nobody called me. You know, the more focused I've gotten and the more mature I've gotten. When I wasn't doing nothing, when I was just sleeping on my grandmama's couch back in Texas, I had all the girls. I had all of them. The moment I got focused and really began to take my life seriously, all the fake love stopped, bro. You know what I'm saying? All the fake love stopped. You know, I don't even really respond to compliments no more because it's so surface. You know, when people say you handsome, and all right, and what you gonna do? Or you just want to just spend all my monies and just like run off to the next dude. Like I don't care. I don't care about any more surface interactions, because if people will lie at the surface of what they don't know, they don't deserve your sacred space, Larry.
Wow. Okay, so I got that. I get how you feel about Franklin. Now, your mom, when was the last time you physically talked to her on the phone? You told me she texted you when all this stuff happened, but she ain't call you. When the last time you talked to her?
I don't know. 5 years, 3 years.
Wait, No, you're not gonna tell me that. You hadn't talked to your mama on the phone in 5 years?
The same with my daddy.
But you had to talk to your daddy within the last 5 years, because that recording you said wasn't that old. That's the last time you talked to your daddy.
So in other words, Larry, if I don't talk to you for the next 5 years, and then the first time I talk to you talk to me crazy, we're gonna have a problem.
Okay.
We're gonna have a problem. You ain't finna fade on me, and then the first time when we supposed to be rebuilding a relationship, you acting like what?
When was that recording? When you talked to him and he cussed you out? When was that?
A month ago.
So it's real recent. And that was the first time in years.
Like what? How I was disrespected?
No, the first time you talked to him in years.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give a specific number.
Okay.
But you know, just read between the lines of everything he said on the interview. Read between the lines.
Yeah, he did say. He did say. He did. That's right.
Just read between the lines, and you know, all of that has definitely changed my course of action with everything.
So your mama ran to the radio station to do an interview and didn't call you?
No.
What the hell? I thought she said that she had training in trauma.
Oh, that's the problem with y'all generation. Y'all generation think everybody's supposed to believe everything that come out y'all mouth. We millennials, we need facts, homie. We need facts, homie. We need facts. We need facts. Everything that come out y'all mouth, because we young and y'all say this how it go. Nah, man, the world is changing right before y'all eyes.
Now that's true. I agree with that.
I firmly believe that my parents, they hate how easy we get money off these phones. y'all want us to get up and go work at a warehouse and slave labor. Baby, we jugging off these phones with our thumbs, getting racks. What you talking about?
That's the truth.
We
I make thousands of dollars on my cell phone every day.
We scrolling by the thumb getting paid, and they be like, y'all don't work hard. Yes, we do. We just don't work. We just don't slave. We're not slaves no more.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that is so interesting. That has really now of course
everybody in their 40s and up, Larry. You kind of cool. That's the only reason why I allowed you to come on live, because I was like, Larry seemed cool. I'll chop with Larry. But all of the adults that I know, the only facts they try to prove are certain. The only facts they try to pull are certain selective scriptures out the Bible. Never the whole book. They don't want to talk about Acts 7:48, Isaiah 5:8. They don't want to talk about certain joints that I know about. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm gonna ask you this, and you cannot answer it if you don't want to. But this is something I knew I wanted to ask you. If what that guy played on the audio,
I got nothing to do with that. It's none of my business. I'm not gonna feed any energy into a low-life stalker who is circling around LA looking for me in multiple places. He's like, anybody who thinks they can stalk me, manipulate me, and still get on national TV and lie, parents included, you got something else coming that ain't got nothing to do with social media. And it ain't gonna be through me. It's gonna be done legally. And if I block you and then you still trying to like look for me in real time, and you don't respect my fee as a businessman, and then you want to fake everything, like I'm a businessman, so if we're not doing any business together, then everything you say is null and it doesn't resonate. It's not relevant.
If that allegation was true, you would have never told us that, would you?
I'm not even going to acknowledge anything that can't come from me. I'm not going to acknowledge anything that isn't right, because that's the only reason why I haven't done an interview yet. Everybody blowing me up for an interview right now, but ain't nobody really like what? They just want me to sit in a chair and just run my mouth and then like leave.
I got you.
Like I'm an artist, so if it doesn't feel like it's yummy or like colorful or just like popping, like I'm not finna this ain't 60 minutes, bro. It's 2021, bro.
I can't help but see your daddy, boy. You are very animated.
I be chilling, bro. I give a little spice for, what I'm saying, so the kids can go act up, you know what I'm saying?
But you did clarify something, because Tasha K has said that you wanted $37,000 something, but now,
man, I don't care what she said, because she still hit me up. So if you blowing me up when I say, hey, respectfully, I'm dealing with a lot right now, give me some time. She hit me up, whoever, now I'm supposedly flirting with the assistant, like she ain't got no D, so it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you blowing me up, I'm gonna raise my price just because you won't let it go. So if you want me bad enough, pay the price or leave me alone. If I want $5 million for an interview, that means leave me alone. That means that I'm not thirsty. That means I'm not thirsty.
So that was just your way of being like, I know you ain't about to pay this, so leave me alone.
Bingo.
But they keep calling.
Of course, because they deal in drama, not media. They deal in drama. You, on the other hand, you are making a conscious effort to steer your brand in a righteous direction. So yeah. I love the fact that you said we both wrong, because that's the only way I can grow. If you only take my side and try to beat up my dad, that's not what I want. My original intent was a call to treat me better. Treat me better. Treat me better or leave me alone forever.
That says a lot about you. That statement says a lot about you. I don't know if everybody heard that. That says a lot about you. If I had took the approach of everybody else and got on one side or the other or beat up Kirk for him, did y'all hear what he said? He's saying, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. That says a whole lot about you.
What's that African proverb, Larry? Since you got all them African pieces on your wall. I've been to Africa, I think maybe 3-4 times.
Mm-hmm.
There's a proverb. They say it goes something like, correct, don't take my words verbatim. I know y'all ready to do the twist. Some about like, the neglected child or burn down the village. How it go?
I've heard that. It's not the exact wording, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
If one of y'all got any sense in these comments, post that real quote.
Yeah. Y'all find it. My hand were free. I Google it and get the right wording.
I can't wait to go back to my last post and see see how many people don't have their own business still. I'm so serious. The first thing I'm gonna do when I get off this live and I'm not posting a video, the first thing I'm gonna do is go back to that post and see how many people just running their mouth and still don't have their own business.
I just got that. That was a nugget. That was a moment. When you said what you just said earlier, that was a moment. You said you because I said y'all both was wrong, and I still stand by that.
Good.
And yeah, I do. But that's how I really felt. And people were, fussing at me. I'm like, yeah.
Man, let them fuss. They can't even wipe their ass good enough. Got to go back to the bathroom and re-wipe. Look, listen, Larry. People telling me what I can't do or what I've already done. I can say whatever I want to say because I pay my own way. Mm-hmm. If I say, don't cancel my daddy, don't hang him for this, they can't tell me, oh, well, you can't leak this and then say, I already did. So either listen to it or get going. Here
it is. A child not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. Whoa.
And I feel warm now, Larry.
Whoa.
I feel warm. I feel warm without my family. And it hurt. I'm not finna sit here in front and act like me disconnecting from my daddy don't hurt. This shit hurt, Larry.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that's the only reason why this particular post went viral is because, wait a minute, he not begging. Wait a minute, he not begging. Wait a minute, he said he done. Wait a minute, but this is a leak. Wait a minute, but it's cussing. It was just too many things that it was too many elements that and something happened to the spark and combustible reaction. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I got it.
When you in the chemistry, when you take physics seriously and when you take chemistry seriously, a lot of people had to pay the price for experimentation. Like 100 years ago, you'd be surprised what you could get ordered right to your doorstep. I'm talking about like real chemicals, some that are illegal now. 100 years ago, you could just get stuff mailed to your doorstep. And you could be in the back of the house tinkering and toying and pouring this over there and pouring this into that jar. And kaboom sometimes.
Let me ask you this now. Because I had said this earlier. This is what I was trying to get to, but you done said it now, so you can't take it.
Man, y'all so thirsty in these comments. Can y'all please go get a glass of water?
You said, carry on. You said, I said, I know they have to hurt. I said you wanted to love something. You said this hurt because you had to cut away from your family. I'm glad to hear you say that because that was sort of what I was I wanted to know how you really felt in the midst of all of this.
I feel like it's me against the world right now, but I'm cool with it. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping at all because being neglected for a bunch of years, that ain't it either. So I'd rather go against the world than to be at my grandmama's house and you know what I'm saying? Like what? So me or my grandmother can't come over for dinner?
Yeah.
Me or my grandmother can't come over and get a little Sunday loving?
Okay, there are people who want your cash app.
They want my cash out.
Yeah.
They got to find it. I'm not giving them nothing. Go find it.
I see why you cutting up? Why if folk want to get one, they want to bless you? Why you cutting up?
But they act like they ain't read everything on my page. I don't post that much, Larry.
Also, on your page is your cash app.
I don't know. Maybe it is.
I see you cutting up. That's that Taurus.
Y'all
That's that bull.
Y'all need it because everything else y'all talk about is kind of boring. It's the same shit. You know, weird dudes that ain't faithful. Y'all got the same stories back to back. Y'all needed something. Y'all needed something, Larry. You've been watching since 2016. You've been waiting for the right moment to get me, Larry. Y'all been waiting for the right moment to where like, he too good, but the first time he fuck up, we gonna get his ass.
Oh, somebody said it is up. Y'all type it in there so the other people that's not gonna go over there can see it in there. Man, that I'm
Swank
so glad.
Media, $ Swank Media. And if you send anything, you are starting a relationship. This is not a donation. You are starting a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thirsty. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You don't see me sitting here donate every single video I post up. They can try to act like I'm thirsty, but I'm very hydrated spiritually. I'm not, when I say I'm hydrated, I'm not talking about water. I'm talking about living water.
Oh, I know what you mean. I'm gonna tell you. You remind me of Prince, and I know Tony. Tony produced a song.
I shot a video for him. He switched up too.
You know, we had a little run in. You know, he produced a song for me called "I Feature."
I shot a whole music video for him.
Wow. But he switched up on me too, which I don't even know what that was about.
And look, Larry, everybody ain't gonna be able to stand in their truth in entertainment. Like, come, Larry, we're talking about being honest with yourself while simultaneously presenting energies and characters in front of audiences for your entire life. Do you know how difficult, like, you know how easy it is to end up on Skid Row talking to yourself behind the dumpster? I know for a fact, I know people who used to be balling, who used to be winning, and the first hit of that crack pipe, they was done. So until y'all catch me, you know, snotting out, walking in circles and Skid Row, snotting at the nose, quit the cap, man. Y'all cap. All y'all cap, man. Cap Town, USA. Not Cape Town. Cap Town.
Carter B said Capanese. You be speaking Capanese.
I like that one. Oh, and everybody skip. Since you say I'm cutting up, I'm gonna slice the paper a little bit more. Y'all skipped over that comment I wrote on my daddy page the day he was at dinner with my stepmama acting like he can't afford nothing but water. I bet him 10 grand in that comments that he wouldn't call me that day. Y'all skipped over that one. Go back and look for it. This was before the leak. He was talking about I'm glad I'm still her N-word. And I'm thinking, oh, you trying to be cute to them, but you calling me nigga all the time behind closed doors? I was like, wow. I was like, Tim Band say you won't call me with TD Jakes right now. And of course he didn't call. So if you can't afford water, then, and I'm not asking you for nothing, then like, what you saying? Oh, are you that prideful to where you can't let your son win and hold it down?
Oh, so was it TD Jakes that was on that phone call?
Is that what I said?
That is what you said.
Huh. But okay. somebody else told you that they did what I was recording, huh?
Yeah, I heard that. You told us to only believe what you say out of your mouth. And if I'm gonna believe what you said out of your mouth, your father was recording the same conversation, and TD Jakes was on that phone call at some point in time, and John Drummond was on that phone call as well.
I'm done with him too. I'm done with him too.
Yeah. Got it. I know your daddy said that the family counselor therapist, he called it the therapist. He said family therapist was on the phone line, and
if I was in this situation, if I was 51, if I had a son that I was in counseling with for 20 some years, I would have had my counselor get online and make a statement for me.
I thought him going live was stupid.
Because maybe that counselor doesn't even exist. I want to know, and I want the receipts too. He said they got documentation. I want to know all these counseling sessions that I missed. I want to know. Like, were they there waiting for me, calling me, crying like, son, please come and get right with your family? Like, where the voicemail with the tears at? How could you do this, son? Everything I've done for you, and you're gonna try to do me like this? How could you do this to me, Carry On? Where the tears at? How could you do this to us, Carry On? How could you get online and tell these lies? Where that voicemail at? I can't believe you, Carry On. Oh, I can't believe after everything we did for you.
Carry On, you. If I did not know Kirk Franklin was your daddy, by the time you opened up your mouth, I said that boy, he reminded me of Kirk Franklin. You
say Prince, you say Kirk Franklin. Who else? Marilyn Manson. Who else?
No. I'm talking about your energy is like an artist, like Tony Prince. Your energy, but you look talk like.
Don't do. He don't even. What's his new name? B Slade. He don't go by that no more.
Yeah.
Slade.
Anthony. Yeah. I'm glad we were able to hear from you though, and I know you say you're not gonna keep this up, but you should.
For what?
Because you answered the whole lot of you filling in the dots. And I know some people
Larry, at the end of your next segment, you're gonna say, I mean, he still could be lying. We don't know. Looking ass.
Wait a minute, did you say
looking ass?
Well, look, the job, I have to be unbiased. Now, I'm gonna say this. I do believe what you say more than your mom and your dad. Let me tell you why. Because, and I heard somebody tell me I got a booger. I got gray hair and I got a broken nostril. That ain't no booger. It's just gray hair and a broken nostril. But anyway,
get your boogers out.
It ain't no booger. Nigga.
Put your boogers on live. I give you $1,000.
It's not a booger. But anyway, I believe what you say, and this is even before talking to you, is because what do you have to gain and what do you have to lose? And when I made my list, I said, okay, they have more to lose, so therefore they're gonna lie.
They lost the son. They lost the son. What you gonna do, Larry, if you wake up tomorrow and that sun don't come out? What you gonna do, Larry? Because he ain't posted nothing yet. So if God is with you and you've done everything right in God's eyes, you should be full of energy, ready to move forward with your already beautiful career. You should have another hit on deck, ready to go right now.
He can't speak because if he can't speak right now, because if he's not ready to tell all of what you're saying the truth is, he don't need to say nothing.
No, you ignore me like you ignore everything else, right? So the past 25 years, even if we were in counseling, he still wasn't talking about me. So keep the little crazy boy in counseling, and we just gonna keep doing what we do, right?
Somebody talking about this guy has a lot to gain. Tell me, what did he have to gain in a world that he don't even want to fit into? Because we're talking about the gospel world. So that didn't make no sense to me. Only thing I saw that you gained was you wanted everybody to know the Kirk that you have been dealing with all this long time.
No.
Okay, that one it? What was it?
I've been saying that. I've been expressing my pain for years.
True. So what was the purpose of you putting the audio out there?
y'all don't know just how much I was disrespected in that phone call.
Nigga, that's what I just said.
And first off, don't call me that. And my daddy didn't call me that too much. Don't start.
Okay, that's a trigger. Okay, I take that back.
Don't start. Cause two things pop up in my mind. One, I look at what if I was like in a mixed family and my daddy was white?
Okay.
Would it be okay to say those words to me?
No.
Or like, what if I said that to my daddy? If I said those words to my daddy?
Mm-hmm. Have you ever said it to your daddy?
Hell no, I ain't never cussed at my daddy. Are you crazy? He already crazy, and I don't do anything disrespectful.
Wait a minute. Wait. That's opposite of what we've been hearing. So you have never cussed at your father?
Never.
So what they said that you were always disrespectful. So he said that.
Oh, you got cry me a river. Where Timberlake at? I'm gonna do the remix. I'm gonna do a mixtape. Ooh, watch this. Ooh, I just came up. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I just got the coldest idea ever. Oh my gosh. Hey, tap in or tap out, because this spaceship is going.
You got a song out here.
No. A whole project. I'm gonna pay homage to everything that caught my ear growing up, and I'm gonna flip it.
Gotcha. Yeah, somebody said in the comment section somehow that you said the F word in the recording. No, he was repeating what his daddy said. I don't know why y'all heard him cussing in the audio. I saw a lot of people saying that.
Exactly. And even if I cuss once, does that mean that a father is allowed to disrespect his son? More so, if I had a son right now and my son disrespect me, you're saying that the only way to discipline my son is to go overboard and just go crazy on him. That's why y'all ain't good parents. And you're gonna lose it. The generational curse is gonna keep. I'm breaking generational curses right now. Right now.
Are you scared of your father?
No.
You said you didn't want to be with him alone.
No.
So why is that if it's not fear-based?
What they say, when somebody show you who they are, believe them.
Okay.
So I'm not even worth apologizing to. So why in the hell would I want a relationship, Larry? Don't get me started, Larry. Because like y'all like to say, Carry on. It's just he's very aggressive and his aggressively just gotten worse, and he's just very vicious and violent. Look, I'm not 5'2", so
that's
if you want to look up to me, you know what I'm saying? I made it to college football, so I'm used to do 6'6", 250 coming at me full speed. All right. You know.
I got that. So you're not scared of him, but you don't want to be with him by yourself.
I would never allow myself. I would never leave my throne and get into an altercation with my daddy. Dudes, it's so many dudes in my DM talk about, me and my daddy done fought in the backyard many times, and I'm thinking, like, no, like, first off, I know my worth, I know my value, so I'm not finna lower myself to some ignorance and be on the news for whooping my daddy, bro. I'm not about to do that.
Got it. That's John P. Key right there telling you what's up.
John P. Key in here?
Mm-hmm.
The real John P. Key?
Yeah, the real John P. Key
is in this live right now.
Mm-hmm.
He said what?
He said, yo, that's his way of saying what's up.
John P. Key is in this live with us right now.
Yeah.
Dang, I wonder who else in here right now.
We'll never know. But he don't mind people letting John is his own establishment, so he can say what he say. And what
Key, like the memories I got of John P. Key, like everybody used to be nervous how real he was backstage.
He's the same way now.
Bro, everybody used to be like, when I was a kid, I was very observant and I used to just watch everybody, like everybody, all of them, the Fred Hammonds, Mary. I'd have been in the studio with all of them as a kid. And then the moment I turned 18, I was just like, I don't know, like it just got weird. And so I moved to LA because I'm gonna be at the beach then. If y'all gonna treat me, Jesus didn't go back to Nazareth, homeboy. So everybody that keep asking me when I'm coming back to Texas, forget about it. You think I want to go home to sleep with Starla every night? Forget about it.
So John P. Key is one of the people that you respect because of him being real.
I respect all of them. I respect my daddy. That's why I haven't gone off. That's why I'd rather be away, not over there, because I don't want to participate in any toxicity.
Okay.
I don't. No matter how disrespectful I've been, I still care. And I care enough to leave you alone if I really love you. You don't want, the last thing anybody want, Larry, and I know you know this about Taurus. What happened when you don't want a Taurus to focus on you? That's not what you want.
No.
If I take my mind off my creativity and I focus on you, you finna get the roast of your life.
Wow.
So it's best for me to just stay focused and be mindful of my mistakes, because I know karma is real. And look how quickly somebody's trying to lick something on me.
Yeah. The blogger that put out, well, I think who well, there's a lot of vloggers that were just telling your story. I don't know if did you remember Armand Wiggins? Did you see what he did?
And ain't none of it my truth, so it don't matter to me, Larry.
Okay.
Ain't none of it my truth. None of what I'm seeing, like I'm really groomed for this life, Larry. Like it ain't nobody else, it's me. I'm groomed for this, bro. Like I don't care. I ain't read none of these comments. I ain't read none of them because they don't matter. If it ain't love and light and healing, it's toxic and it's harmful. And you know, whoo, in the court of law, Larry, you really have to be on your P's and Q's. Because I didn't make the rules up, Larry. It's just my turn to play.
John P. Key wants to be added to the live. You'll have to do that. I think everybody thinking it's my live, but they don't know it's your live and you brought me on.
I don't think we could add 3 people on here yet. Instagram not that advanced, is it?
Yes, it is.
We can do multiple people on live?
But you have to do it. So if you don't know how to do it, we can't. But I'll connect y'all afterwards. After you get on. I have his phone number.
John P. Key want to get in live with us. He haven't seen me since I was a little boy.
John P. Key is a real dude. He real.
I know it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ain't you know, when you stand in your light, you're immediately going to be surrounded with more darkness. So all of the haters and the negative people, they just, you know, I'm gonna pray for them because that's the mental health right there.
Okay, John said to connect you guys after this. So after I hang up, I'm gonna send you his number.
Why can't P. Key hop in my DM?
Okay, he can. You a Taurus every day. Every part of you is a darn Taurus.
Well, my big 3, because I look into astrology deeply. My big 3, I'm a Taurus sun, I'm a Aquarius moon, I'm a Capricorn rising.
That makes sense. I'm Aquarius. So that makes sense.
Oh, you and my daddy Aquarius. Y'all weird.
You know, I almost said something, but I'm not.
That's why both y'all weird. It makes so much sense.
Wait a minute. I don't like, and I didn't know what's the name was Aquarius. Well, let me tell you something about us.
You Aquarius
Unless,
sons, y'all strange, bro.
let me tell you this. Let me tell you something about Aquariuses. If we don't commit to a lot of soul work, therapy, reading, meditation, and prayer, and deal with our vices, we are the hardest to communicate with.
You think I don't know that, Larry?
I'm letting you know. I'm just telling you.
You're not. Now you letting these half ignorant almost. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of energy to transmute. It's a lot of hate in people's heart, and they think they finna take it out on me, and they got another thing coming. I'm gonna turn all of this into love, one way or another. I'm gonna turn everybody's hate-filled messages and energy. I'm gonna turn it into love. Before it's all said and done.
Somebody said Aquariuses think they're right about everything. That's real true. That's true.
I don't know why they ain't even grounded. Y'all so airy.
Wait a minute. You see this now?
Is that a middle finger?
Yeah, I ain't listening. Don't be talking about Aquariuses.
Look like a big old sausage. Sausage fingers. Oscar Mayer fingers. Look at that.
You know what?
Jimmy Dean finger having that.
I'm gonna let you go with that. I'm gonna let you go with that because I don't know if I'm gonna say something to top you off. I'm gonna let it go.
Man, that's why I love being on my side because I don't have no restrictions or hindrances on this side. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you get it out the mud, because ain't no silver spoon over here. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Got it straight up out of the dirt. You know that song? My baby mama's in here. She had enough nerve to say that Aquariuses are difficult.
My phone might cut off on y'all.
Yeah.
My phone might cut off on y'all, but I done gave y'all too much anyway. Y'all don't deserve all this, private, personal, intimate time with me, and all y'all gonna do is do the twist. I can't wait to see how y'all twist this one.
I ain't twisting nothing. I'm gonna tell the truth. That's if I decide to talk about it.
Larry, you can't rub your head while you claiming to tell the truth. You look nervous, Larry. You're sweating.
No,
Larry.
I'm hot. It's hot in here. I don't know it's hot.
I mean, hey, it's chilly over here because it's cool. It's cool over
It's
here.
always cold at night over there. I just left from over there. I considered getting a place there in Beverly Hills. And the reason being is because when I went
it's boring over there. What you want to move to Beverly Hills for? I used to work in Beverly Hills. I used to be the host at the Wallace Annenberg Performing Arts Center in Beverly Hills, and it's boring in Beverly Hills.
But let me tell you why. But when I went there, every night I was there, I kept dreaming, and I was dreaming about the future. And I said, okay. So I walked around the area, and it just seems as though that there was some energy there that I need to capture. I said, maybe I can do a 3-month lease and just go back and forth. I did, and I looked it up. What's the name of that place? Right there by where the Fogo de Chao is. There's a hotel right there, SCF or something like that. Right there by Beverly Center.
I know what you're talking about. I be in LA. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, I just want to let y'all know I'm too busy to deal with all of the foolishness that y'all putting about me online. But I know that moving forward, everybody, this is a huge lesson to be careful what you post.
Yeah.
This is a huge lesson. Be careful what you post.
Yeah.
And
that was the thing that I said that you was wrong in, and then I said Kirk was wrong in the other thing. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care who right, who wrong. Just show me love when everybody done pissing in their diaper. How about that?
Okay, John P. Key just DM'd you, so
good. I need some positive mentorship in my life.
Yeah, that's him. He'll give it to you.
I'm out here in the wilderness, so I need some godly men in my immediate circle. So yeah, we're gonna start with Sir P. Key.
Yeah. All right. Well, nice talking to you, and I'll hit you up.
All right, I'm not posting this, you guys. Bye.
All righty. How y'all doing? out there. Now he explained some things, and really, he really did ask the questions. You know, the questions that we want to know. We really wanted to know some things, but we didn't really get the answer of what we really wanted to know. Um, I wish that Larry was very direct in the questioning. Like the biggest elephant in the room, did Kirk Franklin touch you? Because a recording came out and it said in the recording, you're playing my M word, M word. We ain't gonna say the name because we ain't gonna get thrown out of algorithm. Music. How did you feel about the audio recording by Ahmad? He was really talking in circles, wasn't really addressing the matter at all. It just wasn't right. So I just want to know, did it happen or did not happen? Because that's a serious that's a serious allegation. So I was expecting him to address it instead of, you know, talking around in circles. Even when Larry Reid was asking him the questions, he wasn't asking him those very direct questions. It was like, oh, you remind me of your dad. Oh, we know that Kirk Franklin is his father. But what we want to know is, did Kirk Franklin violate him in any capacity? We really wanted to know that. We didn't want to know where you gonna move at, what is this, what is that. And so he did say about his mother that he haven't talked to his mother in I believe he said in 5 years, he haven't talked to his mother. And the reason why we had played the recording because we already know these celebrities don't keep up these lives. They don't keep them up. They post some and they delete. So it's very best to capture it because it's going to be deleted. So I just want to know, is he guilty or is he innocent, right? That's what I really wanted to know. So of course I had got my hair cut today. I had took a nap. It's one of the producers like blowing up my phone, and usually when I get my phone blown up by people, it's obviously something that is going on. So I got the phone call and they said, hey, you need to check out the live. And I said, oh, he's live. Okay, let's make sure we restream it because we want to make sure the people know what's really going on. But then on the flip side of it, Larry can't really pressure the boy because the boy is a firecracker. You can't pressure him. He's a grown man. You can't pressure the man because the man, you know, he's very emotional. So you got to be very cautious because he's saying something. He said the N-word and it triggered him because of with the father and all of that. So on the other hand, even though he really didn't ask some very direct questions, he really could answer it or the communication would have been cut off. So I think the best thing to make him feel comfortable and he was able to talk like this, okay? So of course we'll keep it up and allow you all to listen back and all of that because I know there's so many of y'all that want to check out that as well. And of course we will open up the phone lines and allow anybody that want to call in really quickly before we get into it. So okay, we was give me a second. We will let y'all call in. Moderators, we will post the number in a few minutes. What we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna get into NBA Youngboy. Right now, then we will open up the phone lines and allow all the people that want to call in and give their opinion. So right now, just get ready, share the live and everything like that, and we will get you ready and we will open up the phone line to speak about this matter. And that's breaking news to people that just joining in. Carry on, break his silence, and he had a conversation with Dr. Larry D. Reid, okay? He had a conversation with Dr. Larry Reid, and we love Dr. Larry Reid over here. Of course, I was critical of Dr. Larry Reid, but that's in the past. You know what I'm saying? Something was going on. I was a little critical, but he's doing an amazing job. Okay, let's get into NBA Youngboy. So NBA Youngboy is arrested by federal agents because he had a federal warrant, and it was so bad that he tried to flee the scene. Now they have been investigating him since 2019. So this young man, he tried to run like a track star. He ran a track star. He was trying to get away from the agents. Okay, he was really trying to get away for the agents. So they have tracked him down, and the dogs had to track him down because he was trying to run away. So what is the sad part about it is you must have to do a serious crime if you was getting chased down by the FBI. So really sad. I'm getting these phone lines open up, people. We want y'all to call in and make sure y'all have me turned down the back. Do not use profanity If you use any type of profanity, we will cut you off. I don't care how long you've been calling in. We will cut you off, okay? Do not use profanity at all right? So if you're a type of person that like to cuss, write down your statement without the cuss word, because I will boot you off there. I don't care how long you've been calling in. Do not call in cuss, because I haven't said not one cuss word at all right? Those is the house rules. And please be respectful. Don't let it slip out. You'll just be boop, you'll be gone. All right, so we'll let y'all call in and see what y'all have to say about this. For the 600 people that are here, make sure y'all click that like button right now and subscribe. Over here at the Wiley Show, we talk about celebrity gossip and politics all the time. We go live pretty much 7 days a week. So give me a second. We're going to open up the phone lines. Moderators, post the number to 646-716-8447. I'm booting these lines up right now. And again, breaking news, Carry On, which is Carry On Franklin. That is the son, the eldest son of Kirk Franklin, okay? So he had broken silence, just to let you all know. All right, if you didn't get to see the live, you got to come early. That's why I tell y'all to join the text family. If you join the text list, you will never miss another live of the Wiley Show. So if you're missing our lives, that's because you did not text us on the text list. And so that number is in the chat as well. And you just text the Wiley Show one word to that number that we had up. Okay? And you
Your show now, press 1.
There we go.
Your show is scheduled to start in 33 seconds.
All right, 33 seconds. Y'all call in. And we want to hear, I want to hear from y'all right now. The number is 646-716-8447. 646-716-8447. Thank you for the live. Put the video up and Carry On so we can see it. Great job. No, thank you. Shout out to you. Let's see who all in the chat. He has 7 feet. Where
your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Moving on. NBA needs to be locked up. He stay causing problems and damaging young women. Yep. He definitely needs to be locked up. If you know you had a federal warrant. They said Larry does not have a doctor and disrespectful to who actually put in work. Well, I don't know what his but he's been a pastor. I think he is a doctor. He is a doctor. Okay. Dr. Larry Reid. All right. This is not news. He think he cannot be touched. Someone said that. They said Larry was actually having a conversation, opening Carry On up, in my humble opinion. All right, let's go to the phone lines. 4664, caller, you on air. 4664, you live on air. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hi, how you doing? I've been following the situation. Carry On has a problem with substance abuse. Dr. Larry, he's not an accredited doctor.
All right, I don't know about that. Really, listen. I don't know about his accreditation. He say Dr. Larry Reid, okay, just like Dr. Dre. We're not gonna talk about his accreditation because we don't know, okay? It say Dr. Larry Reid. We're gonna respect his name. That's his YouTube name, and let's leave it like that because we're not gonna get into the debate because I don't know. Okay. His name is. He just say his name is Dr. Reid, just like Dr. Dre.
Okay. But as far as Carry On, he's a classic case. He's either a manic, I'm bipolar. I know this firsthand because my friend was the same way, but he committed suicide because it was so extreme. But I do not think his father molested him. He said in the tape that he didn't do it. And we just really have to be conscious in the Black community of what kind of messages we convey out on social media because it is damaging and devastating to our community. What he did to his father was just reprehensible, you know. And
well, let's be clear. He said those words. Let's not act like someone made it up. When Armand Wiggins dropped the audio and his Kirk Franklin music was playing, he said, "Oh, you're playing my molester's music." So he the one that said it. Carry On said those words.
I understand that there. But what I'm saying is we need to vet and verify everything. We have just too much going on, Wiley, in our community for, error. It's just
I understand that. We have a lot going on, but what about what he said, ma'am, in the audio? So you don't believe that he said that? Because the young man said, "You're playing my molester's music." When that whole audio was on my show. So I just want to know, he said it. No one put that. Carry On said that. Or allegedly. Let's just say allegedly.
you have to look at the history. You know, if your siblings are coming out and saying that you're an unstable person, you have to take him with a grain of salt. You know, Tasha K, when they tried to vet this information, they all backed up. And I'm just like, certain things we just really, really, really have to be careful. I'm very concerned about Black men because the Me Too movement, the Time's Up movement, and all of these other social outlets and, you know, groups out here, we don't have that privilege. Black men don't have that privilege. I have brothers. You're my brother from another mother. All it takes is one accusation.
Yeah, and that you're right about that. But in this particular case, since he said it, I think Kirk Franklin should answer the question. The question should be asked of Brother Kirk: did you or did you not touch him, violate your son? So that should be the question, because when Kerryon said that in the audio that Armand Wiggins played on his show, that's on to that. We should ask Kirk Franklin the question, because his son, the one that said it, that you're playing mind molesters music.
You know, his son is the one that said that. But I really think that that needs to be done in a professional arena. I think that the son is, you know, has a problem with substance abuse. I mean, he's a classic case.
Mm.
He is broke. He is looking for any way to be relevant. And it's just sad. And when you're estranged from your mother for 5 years, that says something. This kid was given everything. He was not kid. He's not a kid. He's a grown man. He has been given everything. Everything. Everything.
Yes, he has. And my thing is this: it is a private matter, ma'am. I agree with you. But it became public when Kirk Franklin cussed his son Kerryon out, and when this audio was played on a Mild Wiggins show. So now the public people like myself, because I'm a commentator, it leads me to have a public conversation because it's no longer private. Then his mother came on, she said what she said, so it's no longer a private matter, even though it should be private, but it's out there in the public eye, so the public gonna give their opinion about it. It's public now.
I understand that, but for me, Kerryon has no credibility. His behavior is, you know, it's throwing up all kind of red signs, not because he is suffering from trauma. It's a classic case. I need some money to survive. And when Tasha K spoke and she talked about him trying to get this money, what's really telling about this story is that he dropped this information, but no major outlet
touch it. But let's answer what he said. He said he charged Tasha a large amount because he didn't want to be bothered, so he just charged her that large amount. Said either you want me to do it, you know, pay it, or just leave me alone. So that's one of the reasons why he did it, because Kerryon didn't want to speak. But what Kerryon need to understand is people gonna come to you and ask you for interviews. Dr. Larry Reid asked for interviews, as well as Tasha asked for interviews, as well as I asked for interviews. Why? Because this is public. Why? Because your daddy did interviews. Let's not act like you shocked that people is calling you for an interview. That's just what I want to say about that. But thank you, ma'am, for calling in. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go to the next caller. All right, now, thank you. Okay, bye-bye. All right, the number is 646-716-8447. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, Brother Wiley.
Hey.
Hey, man, I just want to commend you for your show, because I just believe that you coming from a real place. Let me say that I think that the young lady sound a lot like Sean Ewing, Kerryon's mother, that last call. I don't want to be accusatory. She the whole speech cadence, if you listen to that interview what she did with the lady, I think a friend of hers,
I listened.
That sounds very
full interview.
So there's something strange about that. But here's the thing. I don't want to beat up on her, but here's the thing I would say. I'm with you. When, you know, in church, preachers like to say, can I talk to the real people? And when the real people hear something, you're right. First of all, we didn't ask for this.
Come on.
Wiley didn't ask for this.
No, we didn't.
Larry Reid, nobody asked for this. They bought it to the public. And I thought it was interesting that previous caller, who I believe was his mother calling for crying out loud, but she was actually trying to downplay the public aspect. We have a right. Kirk Franklin is a multi-millionaire, and he used his influence to get all on Tamron Hall's show and all these shows. And you're going to tell me we as the regular people can't assess this situation? Like you said, carry on. Now, Larry, I believe, I'm critical of Larry, and I respect Larry like you do. Larry succumbed. Larry's objective should have been to get the truth, like you probably would have done in others. I don't think you would have let him. Now, I think Larry, carry on, started complimenting him and saying, Larry, you're the only one that da-da-da, and you didn't, I think Larry kind of said, well, let me play it cool. I don't want to lose. So,
and then he didn't want to get cussed out, too. I think Larry didn't want to get cussed out.
You're right. And even if Larry would have got the phone hung up in his face, I think I'm like you. Larry owed it to him to say, hey, man, listen, was that your voice on there? It sounds a lot like you. So he probably couldn't deny that if he answered it. Then, hey, man, did your dad? Because listen, here's the thing. Kirk Franklin, here's what I find interesting. Kirk Franklin was so quick to defend the cussing. Apologize, so-called apology for the cussing. But then this is your son saying you molested him and you've been quiet from the time it came out on Armin Wiggins' show to hitherto. Now, all of a sudden, you ain't got nothing. I find that strange. Then the mama get on there saying all these suggestive things where if you surmise what she was saying, she was basically defending rape. So somebody, like you said, I thought it was very keen of you earlier. You said somebody need to ask Kirk Franklin the questions and don't worry about whether they still going to be his gospel friend.
Yes.
Kirk, I'm going to ask you this because if you are guilty of this puts you in a worse place than the R. Kellys and T.I.'s, because that's your own blood if you did this. So the real people got to step. Whatever you do, as I let you go, Wiley, don't stop being you.
Amen.
I don't care how many more subscribers. First of all, these toxic K's of the world, word is that they buy half of those subscribers anyway. Yours probably authentic and real. So if you got a number of subscribers, they probably actual subscribers. Hey, look, if you got 800-something, and I ain't beating up on it because I check out from time to time, but if you got 800,000 subscribers, you're going to have more than 1,000 views or 100 comments. Stop the foolishness. 800,000 people, even if half of them sleep, you're going to get 200,000 or 300,000 people listening. Stop it. So I appreciate where you coming from, man, and I'm glad you said look, I like the way you pointed out you respect Larry, but you still had enough credibility with us, the people who support your channel, saying Larry dropped the ball.
Yes,
you respect him, but he dropped the ball tonight.
Right, because
Larry got the rub in his head like Curly on the Three Stooges, and I didn't know what Larry was doing at one point. I'm like, but Larry's a good guy, and he has credibility.
Oh yeah, he have a lot of credibility in the gospel industry. But the public, we really wanted to know because that's a serious allegation. This ain't like he took candy from the candy store.
Now, let me tell you what I believe real quick, and I'm gonna let you go. But watch this, Wiley. My humble belief, as I let you go, this is my belief, having listened to all y'all shows, very informative. My humble belief thus far, just based on all of it, when you put it all together, and this is just my opinion, so I ain't presented as fact, but if this is all we was going to get evidence-wise, I believe that Kirk Franklin is guilty of either molestation, or my opinion is that he knew something happened to his son, knew who did it, and turned deaf and blind eye for the sake of his reputation, one just as bad as the other. I believe the mother was culpable because, just like they said in one of the articles I read, she actually knew about it, became aware of it. She's saying all this to that girl, Erica, whatever her name is, and you should be the main one policing this matter and going to the authorities and getting to the bottom of it, just in case it is valid. That's the proper thing a mother do for any son. I don't care if he's estranged from you or not. So I'm with you, man. It's something going on here, and I just hope it continues to come out. All right, brother Marquise Wiley, hang in there, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. All right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we go on to the next caller. The number is 646-716-8447. 3939. You live on the air. 3939.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
I kind of wanted to speak to carry-on's issues, just because I have worked in the field with people who have bipolar disorder, as well as the dual diagnosis of a drug addiction. When you deal with them, you cannot pin them down. You have to talk them down. So I feel like Larry may have some type of education in that field, the way he was dealing with him, because you can ask him a direct question, but if he's decided that he doesn't want to answer that, which Carry-On said he didn't, he said he wasn't going to answer it about the call. So you can ask him, but he's not going to answer you. But if you talk to him enough and talk him down, and he starts talking, he'll reveal things, which is what he did, because he did reveal that one, T.D. Jakes was on the call. And then he said the call wasn't to him. He told us what his intent was in releasing the first tape, was to get his dad's attention to not talk to me this way. So his intentions were, something different than the public, was saying. And so he wanted to come out and say that. He also wanted to deny that second tape. And one thing too, Wiley, that you'll notice when you deal with people who have either a psychotic break or they're having a manic episode, they will say anything. They will say, even if he was arguing with those people in that room, he would have said anything to win. And for him to say, you're playing the music of my abuser, that could have been just a ploy to win the argument and shut him down. And so he may not, but because he wasn't aware he was being recorded, he could have just gone too far with it. And then also one thing too that I wanted to mention was that the song that was playing, there was a choir. So it wasn't just Kirk Franklin on that tape. It could have been any one of those choir members or whoever was on that song that could have molested him. It doesn't necessarily have to have been Kirk, because there was multiple voices that I heard playing. I'm not familiar with his music, but it didn't necessarily mean it was Kirk, because he said that's my abuser's music. That's just a side note. But I feel like also a lot of these people who have these diagnoses, they've been victims of abuse. And when Larry was saying, you're just like your father, you're just like him, you look like him, you talk like him, and he was saying all that, if he had been molested, it would have triggered him more to be told you're just like your abuser. It would have triggered him more than that. As I feel like that's why Larry was saying it over and over, and that's why he kept, come back to it, because, and just personal side note, as an abuse survivor, if you were to tell me that I was like my abuser, it would make my skin recoil. You couldn't finish that sentence or that conversation with me. You couldn't finish that conversation with me at all. So I don't feel like Kirk abused him, but I feel like maybe like the other gentleman, maybe he knew something that he didn't act on, or maybe, and his son had some resentment about that. But I don't feel like he molested him, because the responses were, the typical responses. And so other than that, I think that's just pretty much about it, though. But I thanks for the footage, though. I'm glad I actually got to hear from you.
All right. Well, we thank you so very much for calling in. Thank you. Hello? Okay. 4214. 4214, you live on the air.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Hello, Wiley.
I'm doing all right.
My name is Ken, calling from NYC. Thanks for having me. This situation with Kirk and his son really tripped me out. But what more so tripped me out was the response from people. The response from Black folk before this second tape came out was pretty much everyone listened to what everyone listened to, which was the same recording that Carry-On put out. And we all listened to the same thing. But the majority of Black folk are and was saying that Kirk had nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. And in fact, they were saying he shouldn't have apologized. And that alone, everyone's response, which was the majority of people, responded in that way. You had Ricky Smiley to come out and said some things, and at the end of at the end of his critique about the whole situation, he said, "Y'all pray for Kirk." He didn't say, "Y'all pray for my brother and his family." You know what I'm saying? He said, "Y'all pray for Kirk." Steve Harvey came out and said, basically the same thing.
All right.
And all of these people, Monique came out the other day and she said, that we are too sensitive, and she's taught that way to her kids.
Right. But
And
let's be clear. We just want to know, that's fine with the cussing. The cussing goes to the back seat or out the window. When the recording came out, the audio came on My Wicked Show, you're playing my molester's music. Who cares about the cussing right now? This is the bigger issue. So do you believe those allegations that Kirk touched his son inappropriately?
Well,
that's the question right now.
If he said it, I believe what he says.
Right, because the cussing right now, I see a lot of them took up for the cussing, but you ain't see them brought up about the whole molestation allegation. They ain't bring that up, and that's why you can't be so quick to defend somebody and say, "Oh yeah, I'm with Kirk. I'm with Kirk." Okay, a couple of days later, a recording come out that this man saying you playing my molester's music. That ain't be discussed on the radio show. Now, Wendy Williams touched on it a little bit on her show,
but she said she wasn't going to talk about it.
But she said she wasn't going to talk about it. Why? That's the problem. When you got to talk, because that is something that should be discussed, because that's a serious thing and it should be brought up. Because you talk about everything else. Wendy Williams, you came out and said P. Diddy was gay. You came out and talked about the Clark sisters, that they should have no. You talk about everything else. So why not talk about this?
Right. Well, I'm actually going through something similar.
Okay.
With my family, my baby sister, she's 24 years old. She's recently come out and told my siblings and myself that she was molested by my mother's. They're technically still married, but they're separated for about 10 years or so. But my mother, she still has feelings for this man. So my sister kept it a secret from my mother. She told me, my siblings and I, a couple of months ago, that this happened to her when she was a little girl. And I was afraid that when my mother found out that she was going to harm this man, but my mother recently found out, and she did the total opposite of what I expected of her. She's a ticking time bomb. She was on drugs and alcohol for 30 years. She's known for getting into folks' ass. You know what I'm saying? So I was expecting for her. I wanted to be around them when this was put out, because I wanted to have some type of control to make sure that she won't kill the man.
All right. So thank you for sharing that. And what you're trying to sum up, that your mother didn't believe it. And that's common in a lot of families.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah. Basically. So thank you, Carl. I'm going to go to the next caller, because we got a lot of callers right now. But thank you so much for calling in.
All right, thanks.
Okay, because I wanted to close out on that piece, because, like he said, they didn't believe it in his own family. That's not too uncommon. When you have it, because they didn't believe me when my sister came to me and she was touched, and people was denying that because the person has so much prestige in the church. So not too uncommon. But he did dispute the audio recording. He did dispute it. But you got to ask him another question. He did dispute it. To his credit, I'm going to say this. He did dispute and denied that second audio. The audio that came out on the My Wicked Show, he denied it. I just want y'all to let y'all know that. So if y'all caught it, you can call in and repeat what he said about it. But I do believe he denied it. 5565, call you on the air. 5565.
Hello.
Hey, you live on the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Well, I just wanted to call in and say I've listened to Kirk Franklin since I was a kid, grew up singing his songs in the church and everything. So being on the human side of it, it's really hard to believe that he did that to his son. And the fact that he didn't use the opportunity on Larry Reid to say that it happened or it didn't happen speaks volumes to me. All the callers hit it on the head when they felt like, you know, that the question should have been asked, one. And when they were talking about, you know, just his behavior when he kept repeating, well, you're like your father. He didn't react no way. It was almost like he liked it, you know, because he didn't get mad. He didn't say, don't talk about him, don't bring him up. He just seemed like he enjoyed it to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't get angry or mad or cuss him out on that piece. You're right about that. That's a point. That's a great point that you brought up. Anything else you want to share?
No, I was happy to, you know, wait and talk to you and listen to everybody's views, and thank you for going live with the info.
Yes, and I'm glad I went live with info because this story, I want to make sure we talk about this story because it do need to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? So obviously something did happen. Obviously something happened in that situation. I would have loved for Dr. Larry Reid to ask the question, well, what was the name of the preacher that touched you? Because you was alleging that a preacher touched you. So, because he did say that.
Right. Yeah. He did say that. He did say that. I think the second recording just made the situation messy, especially with him not talking about it. So yeah, thanks again, and I hope to speak to you soon on another live.
All right, thank you, sister. All right, all right, bye. Let's go to the next caller. Anonymous, you live on the air. Anonymous, you live on the air. Hello, you got me playing in the back.
Hello.
Can you turn me down in the back, please?
Hello.
Can you turn me down in the back, please? Can you turn me down in the back?
Okay, I'm doing it.
There you go.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey.
Yeah. Something did happen. And everybody talking about that. Yeah, everybody talking about that. Because everybody was saying because when Larry Reid was asking him, you remind me of his father. All that info came out that Ahmad put out 4 days ago. You don't think Kirk Franklin talked to him? He got the attention that he wanted. And he know he will be cut off for real. I know Carrion ain't doing good in these streets, bro. You know? So Kirk Franklin already talked to him, threw him some more cash. So this is called control the situation. That's 4 or 5 days ago. Now he on there. He's talking. Yeah, he ain't finna go crazy. And because he need his drugs.
All right.
That's all it is. And people talking about dual diagnoses. Yeah, that man can be on his medication. Whether he drinking, he smoking, you know when to stop playing when the police come around. Okay? You gonna get to your real senses. All right, man. Stay up.
Right,
I know Carrion. We do drugs together.
Oh my gosh. What kind of drugs? Well, okay.
Whitney.
Oh, cocaine. Okay. Well, I hope you get the help that you need. Go to rehab. Hope you get into some rehab. Hope both of y'all get into some rehab.
No. We live in Las Vegas. Everybody do drugs.
I don't think everybody do drugs in Las Vegas, sir. Everybody don't do drugs in Las Vegas.
Bro, come to Las Vegas. We back from Las Vegas to LA.
Okay, so do you want to get into rehab? Do you want to get help, or you like getting high? Or you like getting high?
No, I don't need no rehab. I'm gonna probably stop. Probably when I'm 50, 60.
Well, do you know that Whitney Houston didn't make it to 60? You know, she died young.
No. Carrion need rehab. I don't need it. I got a job.
You don't need rehab, but you on the drugs, but you don't need rehab. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much for calling in, brother. I hope you get the help that you need.
Okay.
Okay, now. Bye-bye. Okay. My gosh. Lord, be offense. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hello.
Hey.
Yes, I was calling in about the Larry Reid. Of course, the interview. Was that a scheduled interview, or just Carrion just let him on?
Carrion just let him on the live. Because Carrion was live, and he let Dr. Larry Reid on the live. You know what I'm saying? But of course, people going
okay, because it was impromptu, so it wasn't a planned interview.
It was not a plan. Carry-On was just live.
Okay, because you were talking about Larry and the questions he was asking him. I didn't know if it was a scheduled interview or something.
It doesn't matter. If
so
I'm on a live
with Brandy,
it's an interview. If you on that live and you an interviewer, baby, turn it into an interview. Because you may not never get that chance again. What I'm trying to say. That's just like me if I'm on the live with R. Kelly or R. Kelly team member. Okay. It's gonna turn into an interview because I'm an interviewer. I'm gonna ask the question what people want to know.
Okay, I see it that way. For me, I was like, was this planned or not planned? Because to me, he did a good job. If this is his first time meeting him or talking to him, trying to warm him up and whatnot, because everybody been calling him for interviews. So if he just trying to get a warm up, see how he feel, then ease in the questions, because he did ask him some questions and Carry-On shot him down. So I wouldn't be continually asking somebody questions and they're shooting me down.
Right, but you got to ask it other ways and stuff like that, and which you're making a good point, especially if someone is under the influence, if they don't want to ask the questions, it is what it is. But he did come out and speak about some things, and so it keeps this story going, as I want to say, and we still really
keep the story going. I think he does want to keep the story alive, though. I'm not going to lie about that.
Yes.
I think he does want to keep it going. I think he is under a manic state. I don't know if he's doing drugs or not, but the way he was talking and saying shit that wasn't saying stuff that didn't make any sense. That was a manic state to me.
It was. I could kind of tell that it's manic because he was going all over the different subject matter. Off the question, he just kept talking about different things that did not make any sense, but it made a lot of sense to him because I've been manic. So a lot of stuff I'll be going off the rails, right? And so what I want to know to Kirk Franklin, Franklin?
Wait, let me ask you this. Did you catch the part about him having a son? Does he or does he not have a son?
I don't know if he have a son. If he do have a son, may God, pray for the son. Amen. But his mom never said he had a son. I don't know if he have a son. I can't answer that because I don't know. If he do have a son, pray for the son. He said
they're going to do this to my son. Then he said they're going to hang my child like they trying to hang me. Then Larry said, then he brought it back around, circled back and said, do you have a son? Then he was hesitant. Then he was like, you're my son. Everybody's my son. I'm your daddy. I was like,
He did say that. You're right.
So that was intriguing. Okay, that was my point. I wanted to know if it was a scheduled live with Larry and if it was just something impromptu. So I'm going to give Larry a pass.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're down to this caller. Let's see. 3154, you're live on the air.
Hey, Wiley, how you doing?
All right.
I wanted to say that stories don't need to be perpetuated sometimes. I just feel like that's not his plight, wherever this whole molestation thing came from. I don't know if the footage was verified or whatever, but it just seems like that's not the point that he's trying to make. Like that's not what's hurting him and that's not his plight for him. And then it's like people giving their life and they don't need to have life. Like if I say, we're not going to talk about Wiley smelly socks. Like, well, hold on, you just brought it up now. So how you gonna say we're not gonna talk about it? But I think it's kind of like getting to a point where it's kind of creepy. Like, well, did he touch you? It's like, oh, he ain't even bringing that up. Why is everybody else keep bringing it up? Like, y'all kind of getting creepy about it now,
Well, ain't getting creepy about it. It's a question that do need to be asked. It's media, it's bloggers, it's commentators. When something is coming up, that's a question that got to be. I don't think it's creepy. I just think that it's a question that is brought up, and we have to ask the question. I don't think it's creepy at all.
Well, you know what? Whoever Kirk serves ain't letting him go out like that, okay? Because when you're dealing with the Illuminati and the elite, you got to send in your sacrifice payment on time, your installment plan, your sacrifice. Whoever Kirk serves, they ain't letting them go out like that because ain't nobody bringing it up. You see what I'm saying?
All right, I hear what you're saying. A lot of times people ain't gonna touch it because it's dealing with a black boy. They rarely want to. It took a long time for people to believe to come out and drag R. Kelly. It took decades. It took decades for Bill Cosby. So this ain't so out of the ordinary where people are not want to address this, because I just named two high profile black men that it took decades for them to either get some type of justice because of the things that they were accused of. This ain't out of the ordinary.
Right.
We could go all the way back to Reverend. We could go all the way back to Reverend James Cleveland, that allegedly it was some people that he adopted, some boys adopted, said he touched them. But did Reverend James Cleveland, they still give out awards under his name. He still got the accolades. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't too uncommon is what I'm trying to say, if people are not believing.
We can name like 1,000 people that still get their accolades.
Absolutely.
And things. But the difference between the R and Bill, free Bill till it's backwards, is that the victims have platforms.
Yes.
So Kerrion has a platform, and he's using his platform not to make that his plight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's not, that ain't his point. He feel hurt. I can understand how you feel, because it makes you hate yourself when you can't understand why your family can't, and it's a hurtful
It
type
is a
of thing.
very hurtful thing when your family don't call, because I remember I wasn't talking with none of my family members and stuff like that. It's hurtful when you're cut off from your family. It's a very painful situation. But but again, I also have to blame myself, because I was cussing people out. I was blasting them on social media, similar to what Kerrion is doing. So you ain't gonna get no relationship with your family. You always blast them out, especially if they church, especially if they go to church. And to this day, I talk to some of my family members, you know what I'm saying? But not all of them, because so much damage have been done. When you go out spraying people on social media, you may not never get that relationship back with your family. That he will have to know that. May not never get invited to Thanksgiving. It's plenty Thanksgiving dinners went past that I wasn't invited to, because I was the black sheep, because I was airing stuff out, family stuff out on social media.
Right.
All
well,
right.
Yeah, I mean, you need an ally. You always need an ally in the family. If you ain't got that one ally, you gonna be spending some holidays alone. And I'm 32, and it's kind of embarrassing to talk about and for me to say. But I just finally decided that I'm gonna leave my family alone. I ain't finna keep flying here and flying there and trying to build a relationship. I finally, just decided to let it go. And it helps me to hear you say the things you say. But thank you for listening, Wiley. Let me go ahead and go.
All right. Thank you so very much, so much for calling in. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. Thank you, ma'am. All right. So what we're going to do after this live, we will be going live on Station Head. So just letting you all know that. Let's go to the phone lines. The number is 646-716-8447. 5840. Calling you on air. 5840.
Hello, this is the process server.
Okay, who is this?
Hello, this is the process server. Yes, we're looking for AW. But I just want to say the process server is going to be on their way, because he did make a statement saying that is not true. So I don't know what's going on. Avion.
Yeah, he did.
He said that audio. Go ahead.
No. I'm just saying he did deny it. He didn't say it. Yeah, he did get on there and deny that audio.
That's why people said you have to vet. And Amal Wiggins quoted, "I did not vet the audio."
But if he gets sued, though, let's be real. He in good company. Tasha K got sued. Dr. Larry Reid got sued. So many news outlets get sued.
Yeah, but he would make an ASS of himself, because he act like his state.
Right.
But
I just think he just does that to let his base know, hey, yo, I'm doing this. Just like Tasha K, she had to let her base know that this ain't really getting to me. I'm the queen of this. I wipe my behind with this and all of this. But do you hardly hear her say that now? When the last time you heard her say that?
She ain't say that in a minute, but I'm just trying to say. I gave you the timestamp.
Yeah, I already know that. I heard,
45 seconds. You say he don't care about.
I heard that. Many people say they don't care until it actually happened.
And at the end of the day, until it happens, that's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
And when that do happen, I'm sorry to say, but I don't care. I'm going to laugh. Because you act so cocky. Like,
yeah, it's just like he's cocky,
Like, loosen up.
You know what? And that's a good topic. When people is cocky, is that a turnoff? I don't think I'm cocky.
Very much so.
Cockiness is a turnoff for certain people. I just think people, because I thought about that. I said, man, I think people are turned off when you're cocky. I think is that a turnoff when you're cocky?
Cocky to the extent. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Cocky to the extent.
To the extent, and that's him. It's a big turnoff because I used to watch him.
Okay.
But all that extra stuff, like, nah, man. So when that knocking comes, this is the process server. Yes, I will be keying.
All right.
But I can't wait for you to get on station here. I will be joining.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
All right now. Okay. Ooh, that made me nervous. I said, is this a process server for me? 6744 calling you on the air. 6744, you live on the air.
Hello?
Hey, you're live on the Wiley Show. Go ahead.
Hi there.
Hi.
I just wanted to share my opinion, like everybody else who's calling in. But first, I want to say that I appreciate that your show has this no profanity rule. I think that is very respectable, and I so appreciate that, especially in light of the fact that all that we're seeing about the Franklin family started to unfold as a result of a celebrated gospel music artist just cursing in a very extreme way that took all of us by surprise. And obviously that's not the most important issue here now in light of recent allegations, but I just wanted to bring that up. And thank you for having that sort of, as I said, rule about your show. I think that's very classy. But what I want to say about the current situation is that I think that social media in general is obviously both a blessing and a curse. I think it is a wonderful new technology that allows us to connect, obviously, with people all over the world and do things in a very quick, fast way. And we have all of this access to information and opportunities, but at the same time, so many people having the ability to put stories out there and allegations out there and experiences out there and opinions out there, it just clouds the atmosphere, and it also clouds the truth. And that's what we're all here for. We're trying to get to the truth. I personally think it's irresponsible to put out there an allegation such as this one. As sensitive as I am to abuse victims and victims of any kind, and I want to believe anybody who says I was sexually violated or assaulted, I want to believe them naturally, because one of the biggest hangups for people who are assaulted is that they don't have very many people who believe them, or sometimes they struggle to find support when they come out with these hard and painful truths. But at the same time, Kirk Franklin is a public figure. He has proven himself to us, besides the cussing rant that was very disappointing to me as a devout Christian and as someone who respects him was respecting him as a man of God. And I won't, I'm not claiming that to go off on a cussing rant disqualifies you, by the way, from being a child of God. I'm just being honest about the fact that was disappointing, what I heard from Kirk. But on the flip side, I think it's very irresponsible, as I said, to tarnish this man's name in public and his reputation with what is possibly the most awful thing anybody could ever be accused of, which is abusing a child sexually, let alone your own child. That is really, really awful. So I'm curious about it, obviously, because it's all the internet is talking about, and I want to know the answer. But at the same time, my heart goes out to Kirk without defending him, because we don't know the truth. And even when the truth does come out, and I pray that it will finally come out, when it comes out, if it's that Kirk is not the actual molester that his son was referring to, it's still incredibly dangerous and damaging. That's the word I want to use. It's incredibly damaging to his reputation either way.
even if it comes out and Carry On, who to me is being very irresponsible right now, because even if Larry Reid was not able to get the answer from him, or even pose the question, did your dad do this? Carry On knows that everybody who's following this story wants that answer. So it would have been responsible of him to just go straight to the question. But he's letting it remain out there as a big question mark for everybody, and leaving it, the possibility out there that his father did this god awful thing. So, and maybe he wants it that way, but I think, again, it's irresponsible. Larry should have, or we were hoping he would get to the question and then get the answer that we're all seeking. But Carry On is a grown man, and his mind is not completely gone, even though he's demonstrated some behavior and some conversation that makes you wonder what level his sanity is at. But he still could have said, and by the way, the elephant in the room, was I talking to, was that my voice on that recording? Was I talking about my dad, or just plain old that? No,
okay,
my
let
dad
me say this.
Yes, I was
regardless
molested.
of what if it's damage or whatever, if that's the case, Kirk Franklin needs to sit down and answer these allegations. Is it yay or is it nay? I personally feel like it needs to be a prosecutor need to investigate all of them. The mama, Kirk Franklin, and bring the son, and this needs to be investigated. What happened? Obviously, something did happen. Larry Reid came into even saying that something happened. I'm even saying something happened, and now when that recorded is alluding that something happened. So regardless, will his reputation take a hit? Absolutely yes. But if you cover for somebody that touched a child, or if you touch a child, you don't need your reputation do need to be damaged. You need to lose all of it, and you need to be locked up in jail. The same way how Kirk Franklin's in jail, the same way Bill Cosby's in jail, because you should not be taking or abusing a child. That is how I feel about it as well, regardless if he's a gospel superstar.
So you're saying by now, Kirk Franklin should have answered the allegation himself. Is that pretty much what you're saying?
I would do it. You need to answer that. Did you do it or did not do it? And these shows, Tamron Hall, Ricky Smiley, Steve Harvey, don't shut up now. Now you should be talking about it. Don't you try to be quiet now. Talk about it right now.
Yeah.
About that allegation, because you talked about everything else, how you praying, how you on his side. He didn't do nothing wrong. Okay, now bring it up about that. You know the reason why we don't talk about it in black families is because we still today keep that hush up. That's family stuff. Don't say nothing. How many family members been touched or been abused and the family threw them on the bus, said you better not say nothing, but God, it'll kill your mama. That same spirit still exists in the black community. In Color Purple, that's what he said. It'll kill you. It'll kill your mom. That same type of spirit still go on today, and people act like it don't exist. True. And when you have power, if you a pastor or a minister, or let's look at who's that woman, the black mother of Hollywood. Her name, she came out with a book with
Jennifer Lewis.
Jennifer Lewis. When she was touched, when she was abused by her pastor, people didn't want to believe that. So the list goes on and on and on. This story is not uncommon. It's just trying to say, is the black community willing to have that conversation? Because they had it with Kirk Franklin. With R. Kelly. Because it was a long time before people believe R. Kelly, them allegations. That man.
Oh, that's so true. No,
it's a decade.
I'm totally with you. Yeah, the black community, we have a lot of healing to do. We have to be brought to accountability, all of that. I'm so on the side as a person who's studying psychotherapy and wanting to bring healing in that way to my own community, and not just black people. Like I said, I'm very sensitive to abuse victims. I'm just saying the way that this has unfolded to me is heartbreaking, because there is still the possibility that he, meaning Kirk Franklin, did not do this. And to me, this is irreparable damage.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for calling in.
Okay, no problem. Thank you for having me.
All right, now
keep doing what you're doing. God bless.
Thank you. All righty. Okay, so we're gonna do an after show over there on Station Head. We want to say shout out to all the producers that called in. If this is your first time,
thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Thank you so very much. If this is your first time ever watching us, thank you. If you please add and subscribe to our channel and thumbs up the video, we gladly appreciate that. On Station Head, we're very unfiltered. So if you are saved and you don't like to hear no cussing, don't come over there on Station Head, because we really go in over there on Station Head. We really cuss and do a whole lot of stuff over there. But we want to say this, whatever side you're on, let me just say this. This is calling for an investigation. I stand for an investigation of these claims of it as well. So if this is your first time ever subscribing to the Wiley Show, thank you. If you're a returning subscriber on our show, thank you. If you're not going to subscribe, I want to thank you too for giving us a click and a view. Okay. If you want to be added to the text list, because we do have it where you don't have to never miss another live. When we go live, you can always add to the text list. I'm going to put that on the screen really quickly right here. If you want to be notified when I go live, text The Wiley Show, one word, The Wiley Show, to 833-760-1691. Again, text The Wiley Show to 833-760-1691. All right. I will see you all over there on Station Head. Okay. Thank you. All right. Let's do this. Okay. There we go.